and Dave. And today we'll be talking about what we want from the next Elder Scrolls in regards to guilds.
Yes.
Because pretty much the guilds in Skyrim were meh.
Yeah, they were subpar. Users could have made better guilds. Mods probably added better guilds. I haven't tried them.
Yeah. Anyway, so, in your opinion, what does the next game need to do to flat out make the guilds better than Skyrim?
Well, for the first thing they're going to need to do, they're going to have to make the guilds more in-depth. And there's a couple things they would need to do to make them more in-depth. One of those would be more guild halls.
More guild halls.
Because having only one area for the companions to eat, sleep, drink, and congregate was pretty awful. I get the College of Winterhold because it's a freaking college.
And it's hanging off a cliff?
Yeah.
It's a cliffhanger?
Exactly. They left you on a cliffhanger there. But like, the Dark Brotherhood had what? 2 homes?
Well, there's one, and then you unlock the one at the end.
Yeah, at the end, though. And the Thieves Guild was only operating from Riften? Which I know they're trying to build themselves back up, but come on. More guild halls have to be in the next game. You gotta have like a little home you can go to outside of your home.
Just so more guild halls, basically every city.
Yeah, and maybe have like in the small towns that aren't really full-fledged cities, have like a little outpost maybe for you to have a bed. Like a guild member has a home there you can sleep in if you need to.
Or like a hut or an outhouse in the middle of the woods.
Outhouse. Here, I know you're a guild member. You gotta sleep in the outhouse tonight, though. Another thing they really need to do is they need to have a wider variety of quests in the guilds. Aside from fetch quests and murder quests, which, while fun, and I'm sure everybody enjoyed the murder quests.
Oh, yeah!
Are,
only murder quests.
Yeah, they get boring after a while. And the College of Winterhold sort of had something where you could do some research for an orc, but it really wasn't, part of the main quest. For the main story of the guild, they need to have something along that line of researching something to figure something out, like if you're part of the Fighters Guild. You could be researching Akaviri fighting styles or the fighting styles of the Red Guard. They have fantastic sword styles that have been praised throughout history and books.
And books.
Exactly, and books.
They return in the movies.
Code of Canada. So something along those lines, not just in the Mage Guild, but in every guild. Have something, not just research, but, maybe you're trying to interrogate somebody. If you're part of, like, the Dark Brotherhood, or someone got kidnapped and you're in the Fighters Guild trying to find out where they're at. So interrogation missions. You gotta have something more than just simple fetch and kill quests. Or maybe a quest of fetch and kill.
Fetch
this person and then kill him.
Or fetch something and kill someone with it.
Or there's that. Just something a little more interesting in terms of quests. Something that I'd like to see come back and was actually in the last 2 games, Oblivion and Morrowind, would be internal power struggles.
The last 2 games? You skipped Skyrim?
Yes, I did. Well, we're talking about, in effect with Skyrim. Internal power struggles and internal politics, like in Morrowind, again, I'm going to use the Mage Guild as an example here. None of the guild heads of each guild hall, none of them liked Archmage Tribunus. He was universally criticized by pretty much everyone in the guild, but he was kind of against them doing that, is trying to, keep them in control. So there's a little bit of, internal politics of who hates who, and then a struggle. Could be internal fighting within the guild. 2 different groups within the guild who have different ideas.
And want the future of the guild to go in a different direction.
Oh, yeah, not just one direction. Oh, God.
Multiple directions away from that one direction.
Everything should be away from one direction. But they also should include a better ranking system that doesn't hand the rank to the player.
So, yeah, what do you think should be done to improve upon the ranking system? Because Skyrim's ranking system for its guilds were pretty trashy.
Oh, they were very trashy. They pretty much just handed it to you. How about, this was only in Morrowind, Oblivion decided to get rid of this for some reason, skill-based ranks, which kind of makes sense. If you were running a guild, again, Mage's Guild or even the Fighters Guild, would you really promote somebody just because they can get a couple quests done? Or would you promote people who look like in the future they're going to be able to handle directing the guild?
It's pretty straightforward. Do you hire someone who over time gets the job done, or hire someone who just did one thing for you right? Basically.
Yeah, if you want someone who long term is actually going to be useful, so having the proper skills would be great. Another thing, obviously, and this was already in all the games, but I think we need to reinforce this before they remove it. Have you done enough quests? Have you actually done enough work to earn your promotion? The reason I fear they would remove that, you know why. Fallout 4. Anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say about Fallout 4. They promote you so you can be their lackey.
Pretty much. Promote the lackey to be a lackey. You're a glorified lackey.
You're a glorified postman.
So, obviously, having the player do quests to earn their rank would be great, and has been, in all the Elder Scroll games, and I'm afraid it might be taken out of the next one.
It better not be.
And going with the internal power struggles, have you worked for the right people? Have you worked for the right individuals in the group who have power? Maybe one group is aligning themselves with the current guild leader, while another one is aligning themselves to replace that guild leader. Who are you siding with? And is that going to help you get a promotion faster or slower? That'd be an interesting aspect to throw in there. And of course, last but not least, and the most important, did they ask to get the rank? Or are you just promoting them against their will, like they did in Skyrim?
Here, take this promotion. Now get the hell out of my sight.
Yeah, you are now the leader. I didn't. What? I joined 5 minutes ago. Yeah, well, you're the new sheriff in town. I don't want to be the sheriff.
There should be a yes or no. Do you want to be? Do you want this promotion? It should be asked.
Actually, I think Oblivion did it best. I'm saying that against Morrowind here, but in Oblivion they said, "Oh, by the way, you've done enough work to get a promotion, so if you want one, just ask." Like they didn't say, "Do you want to accept the promotion?" And they didn't just hand it to you. They said, "By the way, you should feel free to ask for a promotion anytime." That was pretty great. Other things that they need to be doing to improve upon guilds would have deeper quests.
Deeper quests.
I mean, we talked about variety, having different kinds of quests, but quests that have more implications in the world.
Like, stuff actually happening.
Yeah, not just the guard commenting about you fetching the mead.
Although I do want that in the game still.
Oh yeah, well obviously, the guard should still comment. The guard should still be incompetent as well, but that's beside the point. They're always incompetent. With the companions, you go through and you recollect all these pieces of this axe, right? It does more damage against elves. And obviously the companions are all Nords.
Yeah. Well, can you join if you're an elf?
Yes, you can. I know, it's weird. Which we'll get to those kind of restrictions later on. But you get this powerful axe that was used to slaughter elves in the midst of a elven-dominated empire. And no one gives a crap at all. The Thalmor should be scared, or they should say something, or should be threatening, or be at the doorstep of the companions demanding the axe back.
They should, but they just get killed.
Well, yes, but that could have even further implications. So have these quests be more meaningful, I guess would be a better way to put it.
Have them actually have real consequences. Now, what happens when you go up and go, and you get to the top of the guild? What responsibilities do you have? What do you have to do? How does that affect the guild? How can you change the guild once you get to the top?
Well, that's a good question. When you reach the top of the guilds, traditionally in Elder Scrolls games, nothing happened.
Nothing.
I think this next game needs to take that a little bit further. Further from nothing would be good. How about giving orders to people? Actually telling people what to do. You reach the top of the Fighters Guild and you say, you guys need to be, going out and clearing these caves of bandits that are near the town. It's scaring people. Or have them do quests for you. Like, you need a certain book. Now, not like main story quests, but just regular small quests. You need a book or you need something researched, have them go do it for you.
You need money?
Or go out and spread word about the guild. Try to recruit new members. You should be able to promote people. People who are actually doing a good job. You should be able to raise their rank. And even raise them up to high-level ranks where they have power themselves, which obviously AI having power and doing things doesn't actually have to happen. It's just symbolic that these are, certain ranks of individuals.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to expel members.
Kick them out if you don't like them. If they're being dicks,
fire them.
And maybe the disgruntled employees will come back and you can stab them in the face later.
Yeah, maybe they'll come back and attack you in your sleep or go join your rival guild and, try to start a fight with you with, a guild fight.
Guild fight! Guild fight! Guild fight!
That would be interesting and funny. Another thing you should be able to do, and this is only when you're at the top, promote your replacement. If you get tired of running the guild, or you're running too many guilds to micromanage, you should be able to promote somebody to take over for you.
Because, that's too much work.
Yeah, if you're, let's say there's more guilds, and that's something we'll get on to later about them. They should have more guilds in there. But let's say you're running 3 guilds, and you want to go to a 4th guild. Well, you can't run all 4 guilds. It's gonna be too much like work.
You can. It would be a pain, though.
Well, I do think there should be a cap on how many you're running at a time anyway. People don't want to promote somebody to run all these things and they already have too much on their plate. So you should be able to promote somebody to take over for you.
Or else they should worship you as a god.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you can run every single business in the entire world, at that point you've earned, kind of a worship.
Okay, well, what about, this is a crazy idea, what about player-created guilds? And, should that even be a thing? Would it ruin the balance of the game?
I don't think it would ruin the balance of the game. I've heard this talked about. That's a great idea. At a certain point, once you've gotten enough influence in the game, once you have, risen enough guilds and got enough people to support you, you should be able to get them to leave those guilds, or people you've beaten to submission like bandits, like that mod for Skyrim, and have them help you found your own guild. And, given Fallout 4 having the building aspect, and given Hearthfire having a building aspect, there are endless possibilities with this. You could purchase land, build your own guild hall, or you could buy a building that's unoccupied and start your own guild. And you can choose what kind of guild it is. They can have little categories that come up in a pop-up menu saying you want to make it
Cult, Fighters Guild, Mages Guild,
Mercenaries,
Satan Worshippers,
Sithis, or whatever. They could start with 3 general categories: combat, magic, stealth, and each one breaks down into other categories. However they want to do it, the players should be able to make their own guild.
That would be awesome.
That would be amazing. And of course, you can't make your own guild and run all the other guilds. So, obviously you could step down from leading other guilds, make your own guild, and cause a conflict of interests with other guilds.
Also, you should be able to, with your guild, attack the other guilds and convert all their guild hells in the entirety of the area to your guild.
That might be a bit too far, but it'd be interesting.
Your guild can branch off into different types of guild. It's both a mages and fighters and stealth guild.
That actually brings up a very interesting point that has to do with something else I want to talk about: rival guilds. You should be able to take them over like that. That is a really good point I hadn't thought about.
Well, I'm awesome.
Go in, kill everyone, except for those who surrender, and take over that guild hall for your own.
Yes, this is true. Anything else you want to add to this point?
Not
Apparently,
really.
Claire wants to add something.
Yeah, if you make a guild, you invite the guild in. I want you to make a bunny guild that is the only source of holy hand grenades.
That could be a fun
and
little
once in a while,
Easter
you
egg.
have to dress the bunny and have Easter baskets that's filled with holy hand grenades.
You heard it here first, folks. If you can mod Skyrim, do what Claire just did. Sad. Anyway, next point. What else should be done in the next game to enhance guilds? Actually, this is also the last point.
This is the last point. Well, first and foremost, and something we hadn't talked about yet that I meant to go over, is there should be more guilds. Skyrim had 10, as opposed to Morrowind's 16. So there needs to be more guilds that you can rank up in. But guilds also need to be mutually exclusive, which means you can't join all of them in one playthrough at the same time. That was in Morrowind to an extent.
Yeah, I was going to say, and if it really is in Blackmarsh or down south.
Racially motivated guilds.
Down south. There should be a guild at least, that you can only join that if you're an Argonian.
It was kind of disappointing in Skyrim if you played as an Altmer and you couldn't join the Thalmor. That was kind of stupid.
And the Thalmor treated you the same way.
Yeah, they treated you like everyone else. So there should be a guild that has like a racial restriction, and if you play as that race, you can join them. And it's kind of like maybe people see him as the bad guy, but who knows? Maybe they are a good guy. But, just like the Great Houses in Morrowind, there needs to be rival guilds with, again, conflict of interest, and that could, again, with the player-created guild, help make a reason to take over guild halls. So you're joining, let's say there's 2 different religions there, right? You join one of them, and you rank up in it, and you decide, I don't really follow these guys, I don't believe them anymore, I've kind of found out more about them, I don't like them, but you can't join the other guild because you're still part of them. Well,
you betray them.
Another aspect is you should be able to betray them and join the other guild, but it should be more difficult to join them and rank up because they don't trust you yet. And of course, another alternative to that is pretend to betray your guild and infiltrate the other guild, rank up in it, and destroy them from the inside out, which would be really great for your idea you had earlier.
Dun, 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 dun.
Just completely destroy their guild from the... That would be amazing.
Take over the city. Build up your army.
Wait, we're playing Rome Total War now?
Yes.
But something along those lines would be pretty amazing to have in the next game. Dave, what do you think?
I think everything you just said is a great idea, and you should do it right now.
That's right, Bethesda, get on it.
Also, Gabe is Bethesda now.
If I were Bethesda, the next Elder Scrolls game would be so mind-numbingly amazing that I think I would get a lot of lawsuits about people losing their wives and their jobs over it.
And you put
Here's looking at you, Russia.
Disclaimer. If you're stupid, this game gives you AIDS. And also makes your life leave you and lose your job.
There's that. But thank you very much for watching. We would like you to say below. We would like you to comment below on the what you think of this and what kind of changes you would like to see to the guild system in the next game. And if you enjoyed this, feel free to subscribe for more content very much like this.
And drop Chipotle sauce everywhere.
Oh yeah, all the Chipotle sauce on everything. Now.